Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're gonna unbox 1000 round of 9mm. Okay, so who need a dumbbell when you have a 40-pound package laying around? By the way, good luck finding any dumbbell in store right now because they are sold out for some reason. But you are here for the Neewer key light. So the key light, softbox, lighting setup, whatever you want to call it. This is the light. It's noticeably cheaper than the Elgato key light, which costs around more than double this light at the moment, if you can find it though. So no further ado, let's open this up and see what's inside. I never see this product in person, and I need some sort of soft light to light up my studio, aka bedroom, aka gym, aka sad face. So yes, but we do need lighting in this room. It can get pretty dark when we stream. So let's see what's inside here.
12 seconds later.
This is supposed to be what they call it, tripod. It's not a tripod. It's to hold the lights up. So yeah, it's kind of like a tripod, just holding the lights up. And here you have some sort of a manual, whatever. I don't know. It's not a manual, but let's open these up. So yeah, this is to hold the key lights up. Okay, look pretty sturdy, but okay, and let me show you guys the rest of this hole. So you have 1/4 to mount your key light, or you can use this tripod or whatever it is to mount your camera if you don't use 1/4 adapter. So that's pretty cool, and you can adjust to however the heights you want. Oh, it's spring loaded. Look at that, check that out. So yeah, this mount is spring loaded. Pretty cool. So we have two of these. I'm not gonna open the other one just to save time. And here are the two lights. This is the model. It's a Neewer T120 LED photography light. It's supposed to came with 2 batteries for the 2 lights. I hope it came with the AC adapter, but I doubt it because they didn't show it in the product page. Here is a charger for the battery for the unit, and this one is the battery to plug in to the lights. It also came with this swivel, so you can mount this on the tripod and then mount the light on top of it, then you can move around freely. I mean, this fuse pretty cheap. You can find these on eBay or Amazon around $7-8, but they include it there, so you can mount it. Here it's a light. Well, it's smaller than I thought. I thought it would be bigger, because I didn't read the instruction, the length, the width of it, so whatever. On the back, you have an option for a DC adapter, which is not included. So yeah, that's a problem. Here is to put your battery in, and you got this knob to adjust the brightness and the color temperature of this thing. Let's quickly take out the battery and plug it in to see if it works right out of the box. So lights, batteries, which way? How you put this battery in is you press a button right here. So then you can pop the battery in, and just like that, and let go of the button. It should be secure now. And now you can turn on the unit, and as you can see, the battery level, the adjustment knob, brightness knob, and the color temperature. This thing is pretty bright, and I'm going to show you how bright it is. Let me turn my main lights off. Okay, I'm going to turn on the camera lights off, and I'm going to turn this lights on. As you can see, that is just 3%, okay? I'm going to crank up to all the way 100%. That's 60. That's 100 right there. Back down to 0. Slowly. Off. On 16%. 35. 100%. And now I'm gonna adjust the color temperature. So it could be white light or yellow light, or combination of both. Now this is default to your left, so I'm gonna crank the knob to the right, and we'll see the color temperature of the lights. Okay, so the more I turn to the right of the knob, the wider the light is. And on the left, the yellow the light is. Yellow, tan color, whatever. So yeah, if you put it in between, you should get both. Now here's a white light. Totally white, you can see my hand. It's going to yellow. Okay. So yeah, so that's the light. Let's turn my camera lights back on. So as you can see, when I turn the knobs, you can see the dial there. 0%. Alright. As a bonus, I'm gonna set these up in my studio and let you guys see my setup. Be right back. Before we do that, I'm gonna let you guys see the light close up. As you can see there's like little holes and stuff. It's not actually holes, it's just a little trick they do to diffuse the light. I'm not sure if you can see that on camera. So yeah, that's the lights. Alright, I'm gonna walk you guys how I set up my key light. Now this is a tripod I'm talking about. It's very versatile, very secure. You can use it for more than just the key light. So I mount my webcam here. If you guys notice on my stream, I have an over the shoulder camera, so that's where the camera go. And here is a camera that will highlight my hair to make it stand out on the stream. That's where I sit. So I mount this key light right there. It goes on the monitor mount, so don't waste money on like other mounts, because this monitor mount you can use it for multiple stuff. I'm gonna cover all this on a separate video. So the key light I mount on this mount right here, and I bought a separate power adapter for it. It's a 12-volt power adapter, universal adapter, because I don't know which adapter will go with this. And here's all the knob and the power button. So that's how I set up my lights. Just sit in front of my chair, setting up the lights, and that's how I do it. So we're gonna turn on the lights and do some quick tests. Also ignore this RGB lighting that came from my Bestbuy crystal ball. I just got it. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's RGB. That's why I shine onto the light. I wish they have this in RGB. That'll be so cool. I'll be all over it. So Neewer, if you guys listening, have this in RGB. I am now recording on my Panasonic G7 Micro Four Third camera with a 20mm lens, f1.7, and right now it's natural light coming from my window on my right side, and it's 6 p.m. here in Texas in the summer, so the light is still pretty bright, maybe up until like 8 p.m. at night. So this is natural lighting without the Neewer spotlight. And as you can see, it's it's great. It's nature's provide the best lighting you can have. So let's see what this light can do in an environment where there's no sunlight outside. Now this is a Neewer key light on my back to highlight my hair. As you can see, I stand out completely from the background. That's why you need a key light for your hair and your outline of your body, so that it will stand out from the background. And this is what it looked like without the front-facing key light. I'm going to turn the front-facing key light on, and we'll see what happened. Now this is a front-facing key light at 1% power, 3200K. And it's pretty much I think the 3200 pretty much hit the mark in terms of my skin color, because my skin color is now like pale white, sort of like a tan. I'm gonna turn it on, and we'll see what happened if I turn it on like 100%. This is 100% at 3200K lighting. As you can see, it's kind of overblown for streaming, but if your camera lens is limited in terms of aperture, ISO, then I think this might work out for you. But as for me, I don't like it this bright, but each to their own. So I'm gonna turn on the light to brighter white light just to see what happened. this is 5500K white light and at only 1%. So you see there's some reflection on my forehead, some what seems to be ranking light. It's not like fully diffused. Maybe it's because of my glasses. It has a little tint on it, so my lighting is not like diffused all the way. But I think that's pretty good, you know. Some reflection on my forehead. It's wetting. So I'm gonna turn on 100% at 55K lighting and see what happened. Now this is 5500K at 100% and it's pretty bright. So bright that it sort of light up the background there. You see my bed and some of the stuff on the back there. So I wouldn't recommend turning this high unless you want to light up your entire room. So I'm thinking about maybe 10-20% at most. So I wouldn't recommend 100% unless you need that kind of light for your studio. But for a streamer like me, I don't need a light that bright. Besides, you know, I'm constantly on streaming. I don't want the light to hit my eye because I'm a very light sensitive. Now this is my preferred lighting. I have natural sunlight over here on my right and a newer key light in front of me, and with the help of the key light on the back to highlight my hair and my shoulder, make me stand out from the background. I think this light is perfect. It's not perfect because, as you can see, the lighting I'm setting on right now is 4100K, around 10% light, combined with the light from my window. I don't know how to measure that, but overall I prefer like a natural lighting. Give you like again more natural look. But some of us don't have the means of streaming in the day, so we have to stream like at night and stuff like that. So this light, I think if I have to give it a score from 1 to 10, it would be 7.5 out of 10. The reason because I subtract 1 point is that it uses battery and they don't include the power adapter, which I have to buy separately. As you can see on my previous shots, I bought the power adapter separately and it costs quite a bit, and you need 2 of that because this package came with 2 lights and the battery, which lasts around maybe 2 hours, a little bit more than 2 hours. I wouldn't recommend this battery for like a really long stream. However, if you want this to be a portable lighting, you can order a much bigger battery. This is 8800 milliamp battery. I'm not sure if I can zoom in for you guys. So this is 8800 milliamp battery. Look how much bigger compared to the 2600 milliamp. It's much bigger. So you want to buy an extra battery if you're planning to not use the power adapter. But if you're a streamer, I recommend you use a power adapter so that you don't run out of lighting in the middle of the stream. So that's why I subtract 1 point, because they didn't include the power adapter. I subtract 1 more point because it doesn't have a wireless remote controller. I mean, these days everything is pretty much wireless, so I don't see why they didn't include a wireless remote controller, especially for lighting like these, where I think the target is maybe streamer or maybe photographer. It's pretty useful to have that lighting remote controller, but this doesn't come with that. The Elgato key light, they do came with this remote controller, wireless, You can use it on your phone, on your computer, whichever. So that's 1 point off, and a half point off because the ease of changing the battery, putting it back in and taking it out. Charging is easy, but then it's kind of difficult to put this battery inside the compartment on the back of the key light. It's really hard, you know, you have to really palm this battery to the compartment. It's difficult, and just take it in and out like that over time. I mean, I just don't like that, so that's why I'm taking half a point off of that. So we ended up with 7 out of 10. I mean, that's a good score, by the way. It doesn't mean like it's a bad buy, but 7 out of 10. I think if I have the chance to buy it again, would I? Well, I have to really think about it, you know, because I need something like wireless so I control my lighting, and I don't have to maybe in the middle of stream to adjust my lighting. I have to go and you know, adjust the lighting and stuff like that. So if I plan ahead and set my light to what I like, then I don't have to adjust it. But if you one of those people who like to be control of your lighting and all your equipment via wireless or whatever, then this might be not good for you. But I think it's pretty good for those people who, well, plan ahead. So if you plan ahead and you plan to have a lighting like this, I think go ahead and get it. I think it's a pretty good deal compared to the Elgato key light. It's going for like 200 right now. It's like 400 for one light. So you only have one light, and this product is meant to compete with something like Elgato, but at a much cheaper price. So I think it's fair for the price. I just wish they include a power adapter. I don't mind the remote controller because this lighting, I'm not gonna like constantly change it throughout the stream, so I'm gonna leave it like that. But I wish they include the power adapter. So that's it. If you want to know more about this product, I'm gonna put in down in the description so you can go and buy this product before, you know, it's sold out, because right now it's kind of hard to get a streaming product back in stock. I mean, even the Elgato light is like sold out everywhere. You cannot get it for like the retail price right now. So why do you wait for that? Just get something similar and cheaper. So this has been an unboxing and a little review of this Neewer key light. So check down in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm gonna have more product review for you guys soon, so stay tuned for that. This is V for Vital signing out.